Hey guys, welcome back. This is game number two between Resurgence and Power of Belief, and I'm Babel. Hope you guys enjoy this custom coverage brought to you by Mr. Worldwide and Zen Pakuto, my favorite producers in Southeast Asia. Here we go. Game number two is going to be played on Infernal Shrines, and game one already going towards Resurgence. We got POB in a bit of a spot here. If they lose this game, they lose every single point they could have gotten today. They have to work harder next week. Resurgence, if they win, they get 3 points. If they lose, they get one. If POB wins, they get 1 point. Best of two, by the way. It's not a joke. It's a best of two because it's a point system. So we want to make it, exciting. I don't know who came up with this really interesting idea. Not gonna comment on it. Anyway, um, so POB they decided for first pick. So what we do is we rotate the decision between map and first pick between both teams. The team with the highest seeding decides for the first game. POB, because they are the team with the lowest seed here, they decided for this second game. And they decided first pick. So battleground decision, again, Infernal Shrines was from Resurgence. First pick and ban, we got Jaina, Kilthas. Jaina getting banned. They wanted to Kilthas. Resurgence denied the Kilthas, but this means that Tyrande is available, and that's where you see the Muradin getting picked up. They want the Muradin Tyrande. They don't get that. ETC Tyrande going towards them, and you have got POB picking up the Uther as well as Feldstad, denying the Uther Mosh Pit combo. Feldstad to just make sure that ETC's Mosh Pit gets addressed. That's really important to note, and I think it's really key as well because you want to make sure that that people just don't abuse ETC's Mosh Pit. That's very important to note. Anyway, guys, give us a follow on Twitter. All of the SEA updates for Southeast Asian tournaments or all the Malaysian circuit, the Filipino circuit, the Singaporean circuit. It's all gonna get update on this Twitter account that I'm gonna paste in the chat. We are also running a poll. Gonna drop the poll in the chat. Go and vote for your team that you think is gonna win this series. I wish I dropped this earlier, but unfortunately I did not. So I'm very sorry about it. You can still vote right now. I am thinking a lot of high chance it's gonna go to Resurgence, but it doesn't matter. We're only voting for this next game. We're only voting for this next game. Who do you think is gonna win this next game? Okay. Right, so Rainer and Zagara getting banned out respectively. Zagara was just because POB had a huge problem dealing with Zagara. And they're not the only team. I think Asterix also had a huge problem dealing with Zagara. That's the all-goal team in Singapore. Okay, Rainer getting banned means Vala will come back into the meta again. No Jaina, no Kilthas, no Rainer. Feldstad getting picked up first. Vala goes to Resurgence. They get Thrall as well. No Uther for Thrall. Maybe POB is in a good spot. Maybe. They have a good healer. I don't think they will expect it, but I actually think it's possible for a Karazim Iron Fist build. Yeah, I think it's pretty possible. I don't think it's gonna be effective in Infernal Shrines because you want to clear those skeletal minions, whatever you call them, as much as possible, as quickly as possible. But for POB, they will not pick Karazim. I don't think they will pick Karazim. Tyrande can be solo support anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal. But they go for Tassadar. Tassadar has got Psionic Storm. That's why. But still lacking a lot of damage on this side. I will not expect 1.5 damage on Felstad as well as Tassadar. 0.5 coming from Tassadar, 1 from Felstad, to be enough. I think they should go for a melee damage dealer. I think it's going to be good. You got Tassadar. I'm hoping for a Sonya. Let's see if it's going to be a Sonya. If it's not, there's still Artanis. The Protoss brothers. Nope, it's going to be Sylvanas. Ugh. Okay, Sylvanas provides some crowd control, so no complaints whatsoever. Also, great and effective in clearing the objective of this battleground, so that's okay. Karazim, there we go. Iron Fist, please show me the money. I mean, show me the Iron Fist. Did that on purpose, anyway. Karazim, Thrall, Vala, Tyrande, etc. Iron Fist Karazim is so hype. It's so good. 150% damage right now. A lot better. Thrall frontline gets healed by Karazim. Tyrande, just generally good AoE heals coming in. Maybe even an AA Tyrande. And until today, we got a dream, guys. I got a dream that I want to see Bloodlust, Thrall, Tyrande, AA Tyrande. That is hashtag the new dream. Reason for that is I think it will be absolutely surprising. I think that it is something nobody would expect to see. That's going to do so much damage. Turunda, auto attack. I'm expecting a lot of good stuff from that one. Guys, go ahead and vote. Who do you think is going to win this next game? Personally, the draft looks to be very, very interesting for me. I am actually going to give draft win percentage towards POB, barring any execution-related discussion. The reason for that is because they have Uther, they have Feldstad. It's very hard for Resurgence to pick apart that team. They do have a lot of nice damage from burst. We are looking at Vala, Thrall, Karazim, Seven-Sided Strike, you name it, they have it. But Divine Shield, as well as the just generally the shield from Tassadar and Uther will be enough to keep more than one target up and alive. Sylvanas has got an insane AoE damage. We're looking at possible damage over time coming from Sylvanas. I would love to see Lost Soul again, not with a win at level 1 for Sylvanas. Felstead should be going for Mighty Gus, but Felstead overall just does good damage. We'll love to see Archon, but I know that there is a bit of synergy between Frostwall and Mighty Gus, so we may actually see that instead. If Thrall overextends and a nice Frostwall comes out, that's it. Mighty Gus is going to lock everyone out of position. Don't think that they can actually keep Thrall alive with Karazim going for Iron Fist, but if it's Transcendence, I think it's going to be Iron Fist, but maybe going for more of like a hybrid build. Way of the 100 Fist may be picked up. It will be pretty interesting to see that getting sacrificed for Echo of Heaven at level 7 for Karazim. That is something I would love to see. Vala, if Vala goes for Reign of Vengeance, is also going to be interesting as well, but highly likely it will be Strafe. Right. So, with that reasoning in mind, I would say POB has got a lot more potential at saving the day compared to Resurgence. Regardless of what, Sylvanas Willing Arrow is going to cancel out Mosh Pit. Feldstad Mighty Gus is going to really just render Mosh Pit ineffective. Muradin, he's going to be in front. He's not even needed to really keep a lookout for the ETC Mosh Pit. We'll see. Anyway, guys, game is up and ready. Infernal Shrines game number 2. Resurgence 1, Power of Belief 0. If POB wins it here, they bring it back all the way to 1 point each side. If Resurgence wins here, it's going to be 3 points for RSG. They take the top spot in the leaderboard. Right now, the other two teams in this Pro League include Relics as well as Sage Gaming. Relics, they are in a tight spot against Sage. 1-1 each team means 1 point each team as well. And it all depends on how this match is going to work out. Resurgence, they have a perfect opportunity here to take the top spot. Relics, they are the favorite team to win this Pro League, but just not the best opening match for them. Let's see. It's very evident in football every single time. You know, you want Manchester United to win, all of a sudden they throw the game in the opening match, and you're like, what just happened there? That's just exactly what happened tonight. Here we go on the blue team in game number 2, Infernal Shrines RSG. Will be on the blue team. It is Tanuki playing as the Turunda. We got CW playing as the ETC. Capricorn onto the Vala. Zappy will be the Karazim as well as the Trophy playing as Thrall. And on the side of Power of Belief, they will be on the red team. Is the Deja Vu playing as the Sylvanas. We also got Zazan onto the Felstead. La La Land will be playing as the Tassadar. Anthony Scene onto the Uther. Germing onto the Muradin. And like I said before, La La Land, he was the guy who actually founded Resurgence. And is now on Power of Belief side. This is going to be interesting to see as well. We got both teams actually opting for a complete 180 degrees mirror split push. So, blue team going down to the bottom lane, red team going to the top lane. It seems like the red team is also going to be able to take out both towers already and gain maybe even a healing well. I don't know about that, but blue team, we've got Turunda going to the mid lane to soak the EXP. That is the smart move. There's also Zazan. He does have Take Flight. He's going to be able to join up in the bottom or mid lane to soak up the lane EXP ASAP. The fort on the bottom lane is going to go down. I've never seen this on Infernal Shrines before, but it seems like red team's taking a little bit too much of the time here to take on the fort. It will go down at the end. Don't doubt that. But Zappy will go in. Maybe they're going to lose Zazan mid lane. Zazan has go down, and all of a sudden, we got POB losing the early game lead. La La Land with a bit of a shield up. He's going to be okay. And down goes the Felstead already. great rotation, and this is made possible because they took the bottom 4 down before the red team did take the top 4 down. Jerming looking for a bit of a flank. Sylvanas a bit out of position behind, but trailing in. Felstad don't have to take flight. He just flew. He flew to the moon and did not come back until recently. We got a shrine activating. Top shrine. This is absolutely good for the red team. They are a little bit of an EXP down because I think the blue team Tyrande did soak the mid lane a lot faster, and they also get that 1 kill advantage in the early game. Remember guys, skilling changes eons ago. That changed a lot of things. La La Land dropping some shields coming out. Shield from Anthony seeing the Uther, and Mr. Deja Vu with some extra damage coming up as well. Transcendence it is for the Kharazim, and that's why you have a bit of extra damage from Zambi. Speaking about that, look at Tyrande, full on damage. They are just not going to heal at all. Who needs heals these days? Play support, don't pick talents that heal. Just go for 100% damage. You confuse the hell out of your enemy. They don't even know what game they're playing. This does not look like Heroes of the Storm, guys. I have no idea what this is, but it looks like it is going to be interesting. We go Rolling Like a Stone into Double Guitar. Probably going to be the composite arrow, as well as Arsenal with grenades. A bit of a multi-shot built on the Vala. Looking like it's the daily reach buff up with Overtake. And this basically just increases movement speed. Tyrande, we focus attack. AA Tyrande inbound. Hold that thought. Zess and a bit of damage. The Lunar Flare connecting beautifully. Where are the kills? No level 10, no Divine Chill. Down goes Tassadar as well. And they also managed to take apart that Tassadar. They have 2 supports. They have 2 support, but they're doing damage. They're doing damage, and that's really confusing. Tassadar does not even have Leeching Plasma. I don't think he intended for Leeching Plasma because they don't have a secondary warrior. No melee assassin, no bruiser on that side. Probably going to be a blue team Punisher for Resurgence right now. Thrall with a bit of a very confusing build. Rabbi Wolves basically increases the Pharaoh Spirit as well as Ride the Lightning. We all know what Ride the Lightning is. A little bit more extra damage on 2 targets. This one gives 3 stacks of Frostwood Resilience. It's basically just a sustained build. Not a full-on Frostwood Resilience build. That would have been a bit of extra talent change at level 4. They did not go for that. Also, Arcane Punisher here. This is very good for pushing. Does a lot of damage to structures. Look at that. It reminds you of Diablo 3 and all those extra hardcore characters that died to Arcane. Just rest in peace, hardcore characters. Also going to see a bit of a stun against Jerming. CW going in with the power slide. Jerming's going to be okay for now. Punisher will go down. Some damage has been dealt there. Zess and getting stunned by the Lunar Flare. Tanuki had this absolutely planned out. Also take apart the top lane minions. Zazan with Hammerang getting thrown out. Blue team, or rather red team Talons, very, very standard. Hold that thought again. CW, nice power slide. They lock down against Anthony. Seeing Uther in a lot of trouble. Some kills coming up, but the shield's also not good enough. It will be a kill against the Uther. And right now, 4 kills against 0. POB just failing in comparison against Resurgence. Both teams were so close in the Nexus Championship. Nice prediction from CW. Great face mount as well. And that's it. Felstad will go down. La La Land is also going to be fine. Right now, what POB really needs is to stop dying. That is very hard for them to do. They are just not able to take team fights pre-level 10. They don't have enough heals against such an aggressive... This is basically 5 damage dealers, guys. 5 damage dealers. I know they are labeled as support. This is the beauty of this game. They are not killing anybody with their talents. So back to talent options, it is going to be Deep Shift, probably going to be a sustained Tesla with Dimension Warp and Prescience at level 13 and 16. Also going to be the Power Throw and Secret Weapon for Felstad. Utility Uther with Protective Shield and Cleanse. Sylvanas with a very interesting pick, Orange's Ambush with Barb Shot instead. This is going to apply a lot of extra push pressure, but to very little effect in this early game. As well as Unstable Poison. This is a full-on push build. I don't think it's working out. No. You know, on this side, yes, Frostwolf's Grace dropping the wind shear for this one at level 7. It's important to know where the 100 Fist, so no Echo of Heaven, Searing Attacks as well as Loud Speakers. Basically a full-on aggressive Resurgence right now. Jumping, nice stun. Great follow-up, great lockdown. 50% HP on the ETC. And we also see POB going in to seize up a bit of control on the ground here against Team Resurgence. We have 100 piece against La La Land, just going, Zappy just going at it against Tassadar. He cannot take that much of a beating so early on, does not have pressures, does not have all that extra HP. Zappy may be looking for yet another just radiant dash into We Have the 100 Fist. Recon, some poke damage against Mr. Deja who overextends here. Zazan looking to punish him. Tanuki swings by, does have some heals. Do remember, they can still heal, but the talents are not helping them heal more. And there we go. Shadow Stalk, not going to be Starfall. For good reason, but it will be the 7-sided strike. And a Mota Punisher for Blue Team Resurgence with a bottom lane push. Resurgence looking like the new favorites in his pro league right now. In case you're wondering, POB, they're just not. Let's just say that it's not really their fault for not performing up to standard. We'd say that RSG, they had a bit of a roster swap. They picked up Zappy and CW, both very good players from Team Vestigial previously. And Zappy and Capricorn, they already had a chemistry back in the good old days of My Revenge. And people remember Zappy for being a very good player. So, very, very awesome synergy there. And yes, it is actually going to be Strafe, not going to be the Ring of Vengeance, Monkey as well as Sundering. This is going to be interesting to see how POV is going to hold the ground. I think I would rather choose to think that instead of saying POV is not up to par, I would say RSG is on a different level. You would think that it's actually Resurgence, but it looks like it's Resurgence. Nice, Mighty Gus. No follow-up. Jumping goes in, gets punished, overextends, will go down to multiple damages coming as well. And there goes a nice Divine Shield, making sure Sylvanas is going to be okay. The Mosh Pit connecting, but will not be enough. The fort and the mid lane will go down. RSG, again, dominating the mid game against POB. Bruiser Camp probably gonna take the fall as well. We got Muradin, Tassadar respawning, but damage has been done. Top fort is looking like it's also gonna go down. Bit of a greedy play here by the blue team. That Sentinel probably will tell them that they're at a Bruiser Camp. La La Land knows about it, but Germany still back in front into 3. Uses the Dwarf Toss to run away, but a lot of damage from the backline. Luna Flare not connecting. Nice Mighty Gus to save the teammate there. Sentinel also not doing a lot of work. Love to see the True Shot aura for Tarunda. That's going to happen at the latest in this game. We got the tower going down, and just overall very dominating play by Resurgence. This only means that Resurgence versus Relics is going to be so good. We also see Overflowing Light, Grace of Air, twice as many stacks. This is basically a sustained Thrall at this stage. And you see Relentless coming in. Overflowing Light is the first heal talent. Relentless basically just make sure the Kharazim cannot be stopped. You get Frost Shot, you get Face Smelt, and that is going to slow a lot more. You also see the gate going down. Bit of a flank from Zappy. They have one extra talent here. Germing again. Far out in front. Pops the Avatar. CW not going to use the Mosh Pit. We also will see it's actually on cooldown for 5 seconds back there. That's why. The trophy connects the Pharaoh Spirit on Anthony Scene. CW now does have Mosh Pit up. Looking for a 2-man stun. Goes in. And there goes the Mosh Pit. And it's the Harlem Shake. Feldstad's going to go down. La La Land's going to wake up. Big headache and a huge hangover. Where is everybody? Anthony Scene was not seen in that fight. And also will go down. Nice Divine Shield, but who cares? You shall not pass. He goes down. It's a 5-man team wipe. That is the prophecy. They were the Josh Yuri Executioner. They took down the entire team. 3-level lead. Boy, oh boy. Resurgence looking so good. Power of Belief. They need more than the Power of Belief. We got a replay, an instant replay for you guys. We're going to pull that one out. Meanwhile, Trophy's going to solo play Maple Story. What looks like an MMORPG on the top lane. Anyway, Jumping, pulling back, Zappy. Yeah, look at this. Great positioning. Zappy just, always on the outskirts, not really going into the middle of the fight. A trophy for perfect sundering. And CW, Shadowstock had a bit of a part to play. Mr. Deja-Vu and Zasan, they knew what was coming. This mosh pit. Anthony Scene was just not in that whole fight. I think he was in the beginning, and then he kind of split apart to a different direction. But we got a real time action going on right here. So we're going to bring you back to the game where we are looking at 39 minion count against 0. Zappy, very low HP, I think about 40% right now. They still take a fight. Do they want to do it? Yes, they do. They go in, they dive in against Savannah. Look at that Iron Fist. This is what I'm calling Kung Fu. Ip Man can learn a lot more from this guy. We got Sundering going in. Zheming probably gonna be okay. There goes that extra Divine Shield, saving him for a little bit longer, but it will not be enough. 2 men down on POB. Really devastating result here. Karazim is gonna one-punch man the minion. No, he's not. He is not. They need to have a one-punch man skin for this guy. They need to. It's just... Yeah, I know IP restrictions and all, but that's just the trend right now. We're gonna see. Maybe a 7-punch man skin? I don't know, man. We're creative, right, heroes? So, there we go. He's gonna go and pick up this Punisher. It's actually gonna take more than 1 punch. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed, Zappy. Did you not do your 10-kilometer run every single day? Did you skip leg day? 16 against 13 right now. Resurgence with 14 against 0 kills. Very, very dominating play by the Singaporean team. Resurgence, and we got Blood for Blood, Blazing Fist. I like Blazing Fist. I like it a lot. I think that basically you can't just keep doing damage. Daily reach is going to be a cooldown for like what, 2 seconds maximum? If you land all of those hit, maybe 1 second, maybe I think 0.75. I think I did the math before. 0.75 seconds. Maybe every single hit with hit net there. It's gonna be hard, but add that up with True Shot Aura, Overflowing Light. Okay, Overflowing Light. True Shot Aura. So the 7-sided strike wipes some Muradin. 1 man down Muradin outside of POB. They lose the bottom keep. Resurgence. They're a class of their own right now. Meanwhile, Zazan on the top lane has to be very careful. Man, they are coming for him. They are coming for the Kentucky Fried Griffin. And they will get it. There goes the Luna Flare. Zazan probably going to go down. Mighty God's getting used, but nobody cares. And 17 against 14. This is getting a little bit painful to watch, guys. It's an absolute steamroll. You can call this the choo-choo train. Whatever you call it. Zappy, a trophy, Capricorn Tanuki, as well as CW. This team, Resurgence, you're gonna want to look out for them. POB, I can feel. I mean, when you're watching a game like that, you can feel that POB, they're lost. They don't know what to do. 3 level down, they want to get level 16. They gotta soak the lanes, but they're getting pushed in so hard. They cannot even go out. The moment they get out of the base, they are gonna get caught out. You name it, a crazy cow flying your way. Luna Flare out of nowhere, and a trophy with a really interesting Pharaoh Spirit coming out as well. Yeah, you're just gonna get caught. It's gonna get painful. It's gonna hurt. Bruiser Camp gonna push the top lane. I don't think they even need to go for the objectives right now. They are so far ahead. But doing my due diligence, we are... Okay, hold that thought. Wanted to talk about talent, but don't think I have the time for that. Maybe I do. Thunderstrike, Prescience into Shrink Ray, as well as... No, Splinter Shot. Hold that thought. Jumping again goes down. Always out of position with the Dwarf Toss engaged. Get a Hammerang coming out. Stray doing a lot of nice AoE damage. La La Land popping Dimensional Shift. I really wish Prescience was a different color on Dimensional Shift. That would have been so good for a caster. Top Keep will go down. And Shrink Ray, Crippling Hammer, a bit of a slow there. Splinter Shot, that's 2 targets. Not even increased movement speed there with Evasive Fire. 19 against 16. Still 3 level lead and 0 kills for POB. The power of belief can only bring you so far. They're gonna be real skills to back this one up right is gonna be close. Maybe they can get their first kill. CW. He wants to be the resident free beef. It's gonna be okay. Alright. Tanuki pulling back again. They're going for objectives for RSG. POB right now is just getting stomped upon. 7-sided strike, check. Gotta be very careful. Anthony seen in the backline. CW, maybe a good position for Mosh Pit, does not use it. There goes the Mighty Gust. He was waiting for it. And now, sir, you have the carte blanche. It's 100% clear. Mosh Pit will be a viable option, but not even needed yet. There goes the Shadow Stalk. Luna Flare does not connect. Anthony Scene drops very low. Jumping once again out of position, but will try and take the bottom retreat route right there. Sundering connects only on one target, and that will be the Felstead. Zazen takes the fault. 7-sided strike, not enough against Sylvanas. Anthony Scene, La La Land dropping very low already. Meanwhile, on this side, jumping against CW. Warrior against Warrior, that's not going to be enough. The core is going to drop. We got a trophy pushing the lane here. They don't even need to go for the objective. One Felstead down is not game yet. POB can actually materialize this greed that RG has. They just need pickoffs, but can they do it? They're also low. They're not healing up. Here comes Jumping after chasing the cow for what looks like an eternity. Anthony Scene goes in, nice time, Benediction that is, and Thrall goes down, Capricorn goes down. They're punishing RG right now, but is it gonna be enough? That's the question. Tanuki still knocking on the core, shields coming out. Zappy, you want to play safe. Zazen does have the Mighty Gust, but does not have the prime position to use that. There goes the Mosh Pit, connects only on 2 target, and the 2 of us, it's gonna connect as well. Zapping goes in, a lot of damage from that Iron Fist, picks up Sylvanas, will go down. He pays the heavy price. If you're truly the One Punch Man, you're not supposed to go down like that. You're breaking your dreams of small little boys. 3 men down, finally 3 kills for POB. They managed to save the game, but it looks like it's at 49% with a very miserable excuse for a shield. ETC is going to finish up this objective. I think it may be close if POB can box out the cow. And a bit of a disconnect. It seems like Zappy just left the game. Maybe they need to pause the game. I don't know. I'm just not going to work. Maybe he thinks he can reconnect in 38 seconds. There we go. He cannot reconnect in 38 seconds. Yes, Carefree, we all knew he DC'd about 1 year ago. A trophy will be pausing the game here, and we got a very interesting position. Gonna wait for Zappy to reconnect. Unfortunately, we got a DC going on. The game is gonna get paused. I'm gonna talk about my childhood dreams while this is gonna go on. No, I'm just kidding. We never thought we had the opportunity to run a pro league, and finally we got that. So 4 teams in Singapore. We always thought that Singapore has the best scene. So we're gonna have the top 4 teams playoff in the pro league. Finally gonna see this happen. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. The game has just resumed, so we're going back in. And yeah, as I was saying, if you're tuning in from NA, from EU, anyway outside, anywhere outside of Asia, thank you very much. We know the timing is a little bit bad for you. Luna Flare connecting, Uther going down. And we also got Capricorn with the Strafe and the frontline damage. It's the Deja Vu. You don't want to go in. The Punisher goes in, closes him out. Sylvanas is gone. 2 men down. This could be a game. Nice Hammerang. Teslas are staying alive. And RSG, man, these guys want to go in against that Teslar. Sentinel did connect, perfectly done by Tanuki. We also see the Punisher going in. Anthony Scene already calling GG. Calling GG, conceding already. We're gonna wait for the game to end regardless. 3 men down again. La La Land's drag there is not gonna happen. Of course, down to 6%. Some shields going out. Mota Punisher not focused. Focus, guy. There we go. Core will go down. RSG closes out with a 2-0 in this match. That means they walk home with 3 points today, and POB gets none of that good juice. Okay, we don't have a replay. I don't think so. Oh, we actually have a replay. Man, my producers are just continuously surprising me. We're going to bring that out. We'll talk about the stats in just a bit, but look at this. look at this fight. This is the last fight. Capricorn moving forward. Mr. Deja Vu clearly did not know where the rest of the blue team was. I actually thought it was pretty clear there at the bottom. You would actually want the haunting wave to the air vent and then run upwards. You probably want to mount up in the air vent, but he actually decided to play aggressively maybe. La La Land, once again, it's a double-edged sword. If you want to extend your death, you want to try and stay alive, yes, but this basically means that your team has to wait an extra 30 seconds for you. It's extra 30 seconds between Savannah's death time as well as the Tesla death time. Anyway, looking at the stats here, just like to point out that Karazim 41k damage on Iron Fist, very nicely done. But Vala did the heavy lifting. We cannot compare burst damage against AoE consistent damage because Vala, well, you look at Capricorn's positioning on Vala, always very good, and he is well known to play that Vampire Hunter Vala skin. It is just so well known on that one. And we got that ETC with very good mosh pit. I think 2 of those mosh pit were really good, connecting and basically just a lot of crowd control. We talked about Mighty Gus as a cancellation against ETC mosh pit, but that didn't happen. And Tassadar apparently couldn't save anyone inside. There was just a generic lack of damage. The whole team was just always in full retreat. Thrall led in the charge with ETC. And basically just a lot of faith in the teammates. I mean, this is a team that didn't even go for that early game talent build on healing. But they have decent healing. Look at that, 51,000 and 33. So, very good stuff. Okay, guys, 3-0, rather 2-0 for RSG, 3 points for them. We're now going to talk a little bit more about the Singapore Spring Pro League. So, what is the Spring Pro League? It is the Pro League for Singaporean teams, the top 4 teams in SG. And these 4 teams include Relics, the champions of Southeast Asia in 2015 on Road to BlizzCon, Resurgence, made up of former members of accomplished teams, as well as Power of Belief, a quick match team that severely upset a lot of other well-known teams in Singapore, resulting in their disband back in December last year. Last but not least, we also had Revenant going into Sage Gaming, forming a brand new team, breaking apart from Relics, a bit of bad blood right there, and just a bit of an update on the scoring for today. We're going to bring out the brackets. Do we have the brackets, guys? Is the technology there? Okay, technology is loading, so we're gonna wait for that. But the Pro League will happen every single Friday night for 3 weeks straight in January. So what's gonna happen here is actually 4 teams in SG gonna play. The winner of this Pro League will get seeding into the SEA regional finals. We're talking about a Southeast Asia qualifier for the Spring Championship, where Southeast Asia gets to send 1 team. It will be an 8-team tournament, and the team that wins this Pro League gets the top seed. The other 3 teams will go down to play in the Singapore Open Finals. Matching against them will be 5 teams qualifying from the Open qualifiers. A total of 8 teams in that one as well. That's slated to happen in February. And right now, I guess you guys are wondering the biggest question in your mind: why Southeast Asia is running Spring League first? We're not the only ones, guys. We got the Koreans running up real soon as well, and I think that basically China has got Gold League announced. That probably is going to seed people in the Spring Championship anyway. And reason for that, why the Asian teams are having the tournament early, is because we got Chinese New Year, guys. We get 2 New Years a year, double the fun, double the money. And Chinese New Year happens, I think, on 8th of February. That's basically no tournaments. Everybody's out celebrating, which is why we have to run everything in January. So it's good for you guys because you get to watch a lot of SCA outside of your home region tournaments happening right now. Next week, 15th January, we're also going to have more games, and this is going to happen on 15th and 22nd January every single Friday. Sorry, the game's going to happen at 8 p.m. Singapore time. That is the same time as China, and an hour behind Korea as well. So do tune in. We have the brackets ready finally. We're going to bring that up for you guys. And this is how it looks like right now. It's a 4-team Pro League, and this is probably the ugliest overlay I've seen. Zenden has to... You got to improve on this, man. But anyway, good job on this bracket. It will do for now. Resurgence takes the top spot with 2 points today. It's actually supposed to be 3, but Challenge does not have the ability to update on that. 3 points for Resurgence, 1 point for Relic, 1 point for Sage, and no points for Power of Belief. We're going to be back again next week, 8 p.m. It will be Relics versus the Power of Belief. And we also will have Resurgence versus Sage Gaming. That will happen at 9 p.m. So do tune in next week for those games, Relics and Resurgence. They will face each other on the 22nd of January in what looks like an epic clash of the Titans. I know you guys are also wondering what happens if there's a tiebreaker. We'll disclose the rules when we get there. Right now, we are just very focused on producing this tournament and just generally hope you guys had fun today. I had a lot of fun casting this one. Shoutouts to Asiasoft as well as Blizzard for having me on board this project. The Spring Pro League is a dream come true for me. Home country, you know, a lot of teams playing off against each other. Great storyline and all. Thank you guys for tuning in. I had a lot of fun. Hope you guys had a lot of fun as well. If you enjoyed the casting coverage, give me a like and follow on my Facebook and Twitter. That's basically BabelCast right here. fb.com/BabelCast, twitter.com/BabelCast. Would love to have conversations with you guys on those social media channels. Also, we got a brand new esports account for SEA, and this is Blizz Heroes SEA. So this is where we're going to release information about our league, information about the Malaysian circuit, and you can get up-to-date information on the esports circuit here in Southeast Asia. We got a very exciting lead-up as well. I would say that SEA is looking to outset the greater regions in Spring Championship. The last time I said that, we didn't manage to do it. So I'm actually praying that we can actually do it this time around. But thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys next week for the Singapore Pro League at 8 p.m. sharp on 15th of January. This is Babel. Joining me is Zen Pakuto as well as Mr. Worldwide. Have a good night, guys. See you guys next Friday.